Okay, here's an update on the Honda Trail 70 CT70. I did manage to get got the motor out of it, and it wasn't too bad. I did find the air cleaner hose, snorkel, or whatever it hooks up to it is stuffed inside here, and I'm hoping I can find the key nut that does the key switch. But I had to make this somewhat of a bracket to hold it up, put it up on milk crate because I don't like getting on my hands and knees. But I got the motor off. I found out a couple interesting things about it. The muffler here, get it in the light here, where that clamp is, is not rusted. It looks like somebody had fixed it before, so I don't see no holes in it. But it's kind of rusty right in here. But it does need a gasket set for this thing, for the engine. But it's I could take it and power wash it down, get it cleaned up. What I did find though is the reason why it was hanging up. Where is it? This is I don't know if you can see this. I'm thinking that it had water in it one time, and it was the piston wouldn't go up all the way. So got rust pit marks. It's either got really hot in there or something, but the engine is pretty much free. Now, I thought the exhaust was screwed up on this thing, but apparently it's not. It's this is the head. Now it was rotating, the engine was rotating by hand by the flywheel up until that point where the rust was. Then it would like jam up in there. So that's probably why they couldn't get it started. But I sort of wiped the head down a little bit. And the piston, the valves look pretty. I mean, I might try to brush them off a little bit. But I thought the exhaust was like, was bad, but I don't know. But I guess at YouTube, maybe not YouTube, but Amazon, you can buy a whole head and gasket set, for like $25 or something. There's a couple places, and the piston rings I think are shot on this thing. It doesn't look like it's not broken. The bottom rings are free. but these top rings are, you know, I don't know. They look like, so I don't know. I may have to get a new piston or get some new rings. I just haven't. I got it down to this part, but it's rolls really free in there. I got to do that. So, but that's why it might have been leaking, because of, you know, this is the bottom. I don't even know if there's even a gasket. Is there a gasket on there? There's an O-ring that goes in here, I guess. But I don't think there was I don't think there's a gasket. Yeah, there's a gasket on here. The gasket was kind of in bad shape. So, but it was, there had to have been a leak in there, because it was, you know, there's an O-ring. I think the O-ring's still in there, yeah, still an O-ring in there. But it was, must have been leaking oil down off the bottom part of the jug, whatever they call this thing, because it was pretty oil saturated. So, but it wasn't leaking between, you know, the head and here. There was a leak right here. You can see where all the crap, the oil and shit was spewing out from underneath there. So, right there's a little hole that shows where oil comes or something. Yeah, there's a little space there. It must be. Must help to lubricate it. I'm not really sure what that hole's for. Let's see if there's a hole on that side now. But I'm gonna. One of the races came out of the valves. I fell out, so I'm gonna try to put that back in. But that's the engine. But it looks like I may need a new piston or maybe some new rings, because them rings look pretty wore out. But I think it did get overheated. It's pretty pitted. I've got a honing tool. I'm thinking about trying to hone it, but I definitely need a new gasket set for this thing. So I'll be ordering that soon. Well, that's my update. I got to get the back wheel off. The back wheel is stuck. Doesn't turn. So that'll be the next thing I do. Well, that's it for now.